current equation problem for P MOSFET also, knowing these things. Only thing you have to take into account the threshold voltage of the P MOSFET, which is negative. Okay, if you put properly, then you'll get this value. I'm going ahead. So write down the expression of threshold voltage and explain how VT adjustment can be done with substrate doping concentration. What will be the possible impact of minimizing and maximizing the doping concentration of substrate? This is a question, generally asked question when you are, if you are in the institute, this kind of question I would be asking. Yeah. Anyway, the equation for VT is already known to you. We have discussed. What is gamma? That is also known to you. We have discussed. And this is the plot. Plot means VT versus NA plot. If you increase the NA, threshold voltage increases. You can understand from this expression, okay, which is there inside this term, gamma, body effect coefficient, right? To reduce the VT, substrate doping concentration is to be decreased. That is obvious from this equation. But NA minimization may lead to punch through. Punch through means we have already discussed this thing. N plus region are the two region. Here is your gate. Here, if you apply the VDS, what happens? Depletion layer regions gets wider, and hence they may touch with each other. Okay, this is the source side, this is the drain side. If they touch, then punch through occurs. And we know that if depletion, concentration, doping concentration is less, then the depletion layer becomes wider. So if you minimize the doping concentration Na, if you minimize, then there will be a possibility of punch through. Okay. On the other hand, if Na maximization, if NA maximization occurs, then what will happen? What will happen? These things will happen. The tunneling may increase. The CJ, junction capacitance, will increase the body effect and decrease the mobility and hence device performance. Mobility of the carrier will be decreased because scattering will be more. Scattering effect will be more, and mobility of the carrier means electrons and hole will be decreasing. So these are the things you must know. Harsh Tripathi, are you there?
Yes.
Harshvardhan. Then Shashank.
Yes, sir.
Rajwal, are you there? Kartik Rai. Himanshu Shogra.
Yes, sir.
You are getting these points. If any explanation is required here, here are few points. It should be known. Why certain things to happen? If you are knowing, very good. Otherwise, you tell me, I will explain further. Pramanik is there. Prabhat, Prem Prabhat, Pramanik. Prem Prabhat, Pramanik. Are you there?
Sir.
Yes, tell. Yes, Pramanik, are you there? If you have any doubt in these points, suppose if I ask, if Na is maximized or Na is increased, what will happen? You have to write these points. Say you are going to write that yes, if Na is increased, then what will happen? Tunneling will increase, then junction capacitance will increase, body effect will increase, but mobility of the carrier decrease and device performance will decrease. So these points just don't mug up. If you need explanation, I'll do. Otherwise, I am going ahead. If you are not
body effect, how is it?
Huh?
Sir, for body effect, increase in body effect, sir. Can you
Increase
explain?
in body effect. Right? Body effect, what we discussed with a NAND gates diagram. Tell me, in the NAND gate diagram, I did this kind of drawing. Can you remember? This is VDD here. I said that this is A, say, this is B, B connected, A connected, and this point, see, body of all the MOSFETs are tied to ground in MOSFETs, right? But current will, this is output of the NAND gate. Okay. So when this point, do you think that will be at zero potential? No, when current will flow, it is having a resistance, another resistance here. So voltage division will occur and certain voltage will be developed here. Maybe very less voltage, but it will be there. Say 0.2 volt. With the example of 0.2 volt we have discussed. So source of this PMOS, NMOSFET, top one, NMOS A, I'm telling, okay, is not at ground potential. Its body and source are not at ground potential, but VBS is what here? Minus 0.2 or not? Yes, Harsh Tripathi. Could you understand?
Yes, sir.
If VBS is negative, then what happens to its threshold voltage? It will increase or not?
Yes, sir, it will increase.
It will increase, then what will happen? Current flowing through, ID flowing through this will be less, because we have seen ID is as a function of VGS minus VT. If VT increases, current decreases. That we have discussed yesterday or in the last class. So current carrying capability of this MOSFET will decrease. So circuit speed will decrease or not? This is body effect. This is basically body effect, and impact will be what? Circuit speed will decrease. Current passing through it will be decreasing, and circuit speed will be decreasing. We have discussed it. Okay. Could you recollect and understand?
Yes.
This is what body effect is. Now, so body effect is increasing. Okay. Any other point here out of this four want to discuss? Any other point? C is discussed.
Sir, also tunneling, sir. About
Tunneling. See, tunneling, when a PN junction, let me draw a PN junction. A PN junction, this P and N side are very lightly doped. What happens to the depletion layer? It is wider. This also we have discussed, very wide. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Depletion layer wide width is this much. It is depletion layer width. And if you apply a reverse bias, okay, this is negative, this is positive, then it is reverse biased. So electrical field, suppose it is 5 volt you have applied. 5 volt. And this one, W, for example, is 5 nanometer. What is the here? Tell me. Voltage divided by width or distance between 2 points. Electrical field is what? This is a point, this is another point, A and B. Potential difference between these 2 points is some volt, say 5 volt. Okay. And distance between these two is nothing but 5 nanometer. I am showing here. Electrical field definition you know or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is the definition. This is the definition. This voltage potential difference between 2 points. and that distance, divide by that distance. So in our case, 5 nanometer. 5 nanometer means 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So it is how much? 1 into 10 to the power 9 volt per meter. This is the electrical field working there. How much? 1000 mega volt per meter.
Gigavolt. Yes, sir.
Gigavolt or normally in it is written as this 1000 mega a capital M V per meter M small meter. This is the electrical field. But yes, if the doping concentration of P and N region is very high, what will be the width? It will not be much more, very thin, negligibly, very closer to this. Let us assume at 1 nanometer. The electrical field is what is happening here? Electrical field, how much? It's 5 times increasing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Increasing. So when you are going to maximize the doping concentration, already you have the N plus heavily doped. Now question is of Na, that is the substrate. Na means your substrate doping you are increasing, means this side is also increased, doping concentration increased. This is already heavily doped. So what is going to happen? The depletion layer is going to be very thin and electrical field will be very high, and due to high electrical field, electrons may cross the barrier potential. Would you understand? This is what is called tunneling. Understood? There are 3 kinds of tunneling. We are not going into that much. Fowler-Nordheim tunneling is another kind of tunneling. One is called direct tunneling, etc. Okay. So sometimes in future courses we'll discuss in so much detail if coming in the way. Actually, I used to discuss in ED, electronic devices, but I don't know whether it has been done or not. Now, any other points to be discussed? Tell me. I'm in a hurry. I have to go fast. If you have understood, I will go ahead. Otherwise, you tell me. Anybody have any points to say? Or your understanding should be like this, not just mug up these 4 points.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood. Tell me then how this CJ is increasing. See, this is the problem. I am asking because repeatedly I am asking. If you don't understand, tell to explain. I'll explain.
Sir, because
yes, Harsh Tripathi, tell, continue.
Sir, Cj is equal to epsilon naught epsilon r a by L. That
Cj equals to epsilon 0 epsilon r a by d. D is nothing but
yeah, this d decreases, sir.
D decreases because of higher concentration. You are very much correct. Very good. Very good. Keep understanding this way. Very good. Everybody, I hope understood. This is called diffusion capacitance or junction capacitance, right? Very well understood. Any other point to be discussed? Otherwise, I'll go ahead.
No, sir.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Now, what is the body effect? Just now discussed with the example of NAND gate. Okay, explain with the VT versus VBS plot. Body effect is here defined very briefly. Potential of the body with respect to source modulates the threshold voltage of the MOSFET if source and body are not tied together. This effect is called the body effect. The VT versus plot is shown here. See, whatever we have discussed is here. If you increase the VBS, I mean, if you numerically or say magnitude wise, or rather in other words, if you make the VBS more negative, as you can see, from 0 to minus 0.5, minus 1, minus 1.5, minus 2, minus 2.5, it has been gradually made more negative. What is happening? The threshold voltages keep on increasing. Okay, keep on increasing. At zero VBS, means when body and source are tied together, threshold voltage was 0.4 volt, and it has increased when the VBS is minus 2.5 volt. The threshold voltage has gone up to say 8 point, how much it will be, 8.2 or 8.4. Let me write 8.4. So this is what is this scenario. This is the diagram available in the books and literature. I have simulated the same thing, and I'll show in future the same thing. I'll show of my own simulation result. Okay. Now another question: why is gamma p greater than gamma n for an n-well CMOS process, where gamma p, gamma n is the body effect coefficient of the MOSFET and N MOSFET? Normally, what happens? This kind of substrate you take and you make N plus here for N MOSFET, making N MOSFET here. Okay, your drain and this side is source, etc. But for making P MOSFET, you have to select one region and you have to make it P type to N type, and you do it in this way. So here you make the, I mean, substrate basically was P type. You have inverted into N type or N well. We call it N well. Okay, N well. So for making N well, what you do? You ion implant with pentavalent phosphorus. Okay, and it becomes, initially it was P type, now it has become, and intentionally you are making like this after ion implantation. Basic substrate which you have purchased, and you are going to make the MOSFETs onto it. It was P type, now your requirement is that you want to make a MOSFET as well as P MOSFET. And MOSFET could be made on the P type substrate, no problem. But for N MOSFET, you need N well. You cannot make there in P MOSFET, P type substrate. So you have selected certain area in which all your P MOSFET will be making. For that, you have selected and done the masking, ion implantation. You have used photoresist for that, exposure to the UV light, etc. You have done, and then inverted into N type material. And while doing so, it has been seen that doping concentration here, that is Na, this here it is Na, here it is Nd. The Na concentration is less than Nd because you are trying to make one type to another type. So concentration normally is higher, means concentration here is less than Nd, what I am meant to say, Nd. Comparison between these two. Okay, could you understand? Harsh Tripathi, could you understand this point?
Yes, sir.
So what will happen to gamma N and gamma P? Which one will be higher?
Sir, gamma P will be greater.
Greater. That is what is written here. Why is gamma P greater? So understood. In general, for an N-well process, the well has a greater, well means N-well has a greater doping concentration than the substrate, and hence devices in the N-well will have larger gamma. That is, gamma P is greater than gamma N. Now, based on the same discussion, one question. For an N-well CMOS process, gamma P is greater than gamma N. Gamma P less than gamma N. Gamma P equals to gamma N. None of this. Answer is known to you. So Based on the discussion so far, whatever you have done, this kind of question will be coming to you. Now, simple in this slide, I have put all the SPICE parameters. Okay, that is MOSFET parameter. VT0 we have discussed. Gain prime we have discussed. This is for N MOSFET. These are the value for P MOSFET, and this is typical values are for 0.8 micrometer NOL CMOS process. Okay, and gamma we have discussed, and in the example also you have seen the values also. These values you have seen, and lambda also you have seen these values. Okay, for 1 micrometer this is 0.04, for 2 micrometer this is 0.01, etc. Then twice 5 is 0.7, 0.8. Okay, so this gain prime is, as I said, mu n CUX process transconductance parameter, and beta is to gain prime into W by L is called gain factor. These things you remember, many short questions may come. Now we'll discuss this small signal model of MOSFET. Normally, when you will discuss or analyze the amplifiers, you'll be using the small signal model instead of simple diagram. So, what is small signal model? That is given here. We derive the small signal model by producing a small increment in a bias point and calculating the resulting increment in other bias parameters. Since the drain current is a function of VGS, we incorporate a voltage dependent current source. See, this is a voltage dependent current source. Which voltage? VGS. Because VGS, and a small change in VGS will give a change in its current, that is ID or IDS. Okay, so MOSFET is denoted with this voltage controlled current source, and it is GM-VGS. GM is transconductance. Okay, and transconductor GM is defined as delta ID by delta VGS. Okay, definition of GM is small change in ID because of small change in gate to source voltage, and it is denoted by this. Now, we have also seen that in a short channel MOSFET, if you increase the VDS, this current, instead of becoming flat parallel like this, it gradually increases almost linearly with the VDS. This phenomena is called what? Tell me.
Channel modulation.
CLM, channel modulation. So we see that ID or drain current is proportional to VDS in a short channel device. So another voltage current source is used here to denote the MOSFET. Okay, in addition to this one, this is for gate voltage, this is for drain voltage. But we know that this effect is called this channel modulation effect, and a voltage dependent current source. So it is another voltage dependent current source. But a current source whose value linearly depends on the voltage across it is equivalent to a linear resistance. So this thing can also be represented by RO. Sometimes it is denoted by RD. Okay. So this has been replaced by a resistance because the resistor behaves like that. If you increase the voltage across it, current through it increases linearly. So this is the another version of small signal model of MOSFET. This one is the simplest one. Long channel MOSFET you can think of. because CLM is not there. Here you have got the CLM. So to capture the CLM, you have used another voltage current current source, and the voltage here is VDS to control that current source. Then another model you have placed here, model C. Thus, just here you have removed the voltage current source and replaced with RO. Okay, now we have also come across another point, that is, if VBS is not zero, then the body potential affects the threshold voltage and hence the current. If threshold voltage is varied or changed or modified, then current also gets modified. So if VBS is not zero, then we see that another voltage, that is body to source voltage, is the culprit which can modify the current, and hence another voltage current source is denoted here. But here not GM, it is GMB. B stands for body. Okay, GMB VBS. So this is the final model of MOSFET. It is small signal model. Small or incremental change, very small change in something is going to change the ID. Main idea is how much change we are going to obtain in the ID for how much change in other parameter like VGS, VBS, VDS. Is it understood, Harshvardhan Agarwal? Then,
Sir, in D, what is GMB into VBS?
GMB, same way. GMB is the transconductance due to body voltage, delta ID divided by delta VBS, body to source voltage. Definition is same, same, only thing with respect to body to source voltage. I mean to say, gate is, the body is going to act like a gate. Okay, it is a second gate. Its effect is less because thickness wise it is much more, so effect is less, but it is having effect. We'll be discussing in future also. Could you understand this point, Rajwal?
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir, is that because VBS influences VT and VT influences
current?
ID?
Yes, because of that only.
Okay, sir.
All is about current only. We are interested in current. Okay, controlled current. We want the current should be controlled only by gate. But we see that drain voltage is also affecting, and then body voltage is also affecting. Okay, so to capture all the behavior of all the terminal, this diagram D is the final model of the MOSFET, small signal model of the MOSFET. Of course, we have this model may be useful for low frequency operation like analog circuits, but if you go for high frequency operation like RF circuits like low noise amplifier, power amplifier, etc., which works at very high frequency in the range of gigahertz, etc., then this model is not correct, because MOSFET is full of capacitances. Okay, a lot of capacitances are involved in MOSFET. Those capacitance has to be taken into account, because in low frequency capacitance behave like a insulator, right? Or see open circuit. Okay, but say if capacitance exists between this two point drain and gate, or at high frequency there is no conduction between these 2 points. But at high frequency, capacitance is what? Its resistance is less or not? Yes or no? X equals to 1 upon twice pi of C. If frequency is very high, that X is less. Harshvardhan or Prajwal, are you getting this thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So to model MOSFETs even more perfectly for higher frequency operation, this model is very simplified model. So we have to take care of other things also, such as various MOSFETs. We'll do it in the future classes. Okay. But for now, time is there. Somebody is not telling. Yes, another 2 minutes is there. Let me complete. The output resistance RO is this. It is coming like. Not put into.
So you can try to share your screen again.
How to change this? How it is coming full screen?
So you can stop sharing the screen and then do it again. Maybe it will change.
No. No. What is this? So for RO limits the maximum voltage gain of most amplifiers. How RO is going to affect analog circuits? See, gain, say AV voltage gain of say CS amplifier. You know what is gain? Minus GM RO parallel RD. Okay, this is the gain. Okay, RD is a CS amplifier, nothing but a single MOSFET amplifier. Okay, you will be applying some signal here, which will be amplified. Okay, I'll be discussing in I think fourth module in details. So this is RD, and RO is its internal resistance to capture this element. So here you see that RO is in parallel with RD for gain. You might have studied in third semester. Okay, gain of amplifier. So this is going to limit the gain of the amplifier. Okay, so very important. RO is very important parameters for analog circuits. Since bulk potential influences the threshold voltage, IDS is a function of bulk voltage, it is known to us, and the bulb behaves as a second gate. Modeling this dependence by a current source connected between drain and source, we write the value as GMB VBS, where GMB equals to this already I have written. In the saturation region, GMB can be expressed as delta ID by delta VBS, which can be written as mu1 CSW by L into VGS minus VT. Okay, in saturation, no, in saturation, and ID if you do, you'll get this one or not. Take the derivative, then ID derivative with respect to VBS. You'll get this thing or not, because VT is having the effect due to VBS. There was in ID, there was what? Mu n C ox W by L divided by 2 and VGS minus VT whole square. So this, when you take the derivative, this 2 and 2 will be getting cancelled, and this VT you are taking derivative of this VT, because in this VT you have the effect of VBS also. Could you understand this thing? Harsh Tripathi?
Sir, why we are not taking delta VGS by delta VBS?
So we want to find out this thing, effect of body voltage, not the gate voltage.
Okay, sir, it is. Yes, sir, I understand.
This in this point of time, when you go for GM, we'll do for ID by delta ID by delta VGS. But here we are talking about GMB. GMB. So it is delta ID by delta VBS. Understanding? So you get this delta BT by delta VBS equals to this. And hence GMB and hence GMB equals to GM into gamma divided by 2 into square root twice 5 minus VBS. And GMB can be expressed in this way also. Because we know VBS can be written as VSB positive. And this is equals to eta GM. GMB equals to eta GM, where eta value, eta equals to GMB by GM equals to 0.1 to 0.3. Hence GM is 3 to 10 times larger than GMB. This slide is understood or not? Tell me. With this, we are going to end today. Taking the derivatives and getting this equations, at the end you will be able to write GMB equals to eta GM, where eta, value of eta varies from 0.1 to 0.3 volt, and hence GM is higher than GMB, range from 3 to 10 times. Means effect of gate is more than the effect of body. Okay, 3 to 10 times higher. So as expected, GMB is proportional to gamma, and that equation also suggests that the incremental body effect becomes less pronounced as VBS increases. Note that GMVGS and GMVBS have the same polarity, that is, raising the gate voltage has the same effect as raising the bulk potential. If you increase the gate voltage, what effect you will get? If you increase the VBS, same effect you will get. Okay, the bulk potential VBS is negative and VSB is positive, and raising the bulk potential or VBS means increasing, or say from minus 2.5 volt towards 0. Do you understand? You have to keep this thing in mind as an example. Once it happens, VT decreases and ID increases. See example on bulk bias effect on VT on the next slide. So this is another example. We'll discuss further regarding this next class.